Well, hello, my Jedi friend. Today we're going to talk about raise your vibe and find your tribe. Raise your vibe and find your tribe is what it's all about, where it's all about, and what you are probably looking for. So, because of the way energy works, if you're in a low vibration, you'll attract low vibrational people. And if you hang out with low vibrational people, you'll eventually resonate with that because the odds are that you're a healer, you're an empath, and you, with that advanced empathy, will adjust to the vibration of the people that you find yourself surrounding. Now, this is very, very well sort of spoken about. A lot of people talk about this. Show me your five friends or the five people you spend the most time with, and I'll tell you who you are. Now, you could pretty much do this from an energy perspective. I wouldn't have to meet someone. If I spent time with the five people that they spent the most time with, I'd soon get a very good idea of what your vibration was and where you were at energetically. And that's natural because for healers, empaths, light workers, good people, people with high empathy, that it is the way that you operate to adjust your vibration in accordance with the people that are around you. But the critical thing here, the really, really critical thing is it doesn't matter who is surrounding you at the moment. It's about you in the here and now making a conscious decision that you want to raise your own vibration. So there's good news and bad news that comes with this. So the bad news is that not everyone wants to raise their vibration. And the people that you're currently spending the most time with at the moment, some of them may feel threatened when you start to raise your vibration. They may even not like it. But here is the good news. Those people aren't really your friends, and they're not really helping you. They're helping you in staying stuck. This is right back to being an eagle in the chicken coop here, my Jedi friend. That if you hang out with the chickens for long enough, you will become one of them. And of course, a chicken isn't going to understand how you soar through the sky because they're unable to do it. But part of raising your vibration is the realization that you're here for a bigger thing and that you hanging out with the lower vibrational characters around you is not serving you. So you have to raise your own vibration. So it's really important at this point to prioritize your own energy. And this starts in subtle ways by not answering calls to people with low vibration, not volunteering your time for low vibrational situations, to be a little bit more ruthless with your own energy and your own time, to start to seek people with a higher vibration. Now, we've talked about where do you connect with your tribe? Where do you connect? Well, certainly things with high vibration, a concert's one of them. Training for energy is another, personal development. There's lots of different events where you'll attract a higher vibe crowd, and that's a real opportunity to connect with better people. So a lot of my network at this stage in my life, I connected through various events and training that I went to. And I just really resonated with the vibe of some of these characters, and I've stayed in touch. And some of these were my friends over 20 years, some over 30 years. And that's how you rock. You stay connected to higher vibe people. What it will do is naturally take your own vibration up. Now, it's very, very easy to get stuck in low vibrations. But the bottom line is that if you stay in a low vibration, your health will suffer. So if you're suffering with weight issues or health issues right now, that's because your vibe is low. Well, that's one of the reasons. And when I say this stuff, you have to really feel within whether this is right for you or not. Because I know that my content is only designed for maybe 1% of the population. And I'm good with that. When I realized this was like the single biggest thing for me. Because as somebody with a high sensitivity to energy, that's always been open to the energy world, that's been a little bit out there, according to a lot of my mates, a little bit woo woo. I've always lived with the knowing that most people that I spend most of my time with, or certainly in the past, I couldn't have conversations about most of the stuff that I talk about on this channel. And that's just the reality of it, my Jedi friend. And that is probably the reality for you. If a lot of people can feel very isolated in the chicken coop with your eagle nature, looking to get out, looking to raise your vibe, looking to connect with other people. So, working with energy is the ultimate gift to yourself. If you are in that isolated place, if you are in that lonely point, then you have the opportunity to raise your own vibration. And that's how energy works. That's what energy is all about. That's where it's at, my Jedi friend. That's where it's at. And if you learn how to do that, everything shifts in your life. Now, the odds are you probably already know, theoretically, how to do this. But the thing is, being sensitive, being tapped in, it may be better the devil you know with the crowds that you're vibing with at the moment. Better to hang out with low energy people and have someone to talk to than risk being lonely, risk breaking out, risk discovering a new crowd, a new family, a new vibe tribe. And that's what it's all about, my Jedi friends. You're being called. For people of my generation, maybe you'll remember the film Highlander, that suddenly everyone's feeling a quickening, they're feeling drawn. Now, of course, that film is all about cutting people's heads off and getting your energy that way. But let's take out the need to decapitate anyone. It's the same thing. It's a feeling, it's a calling. You're feeling drawn to something else. You don't know what it is, but you're feeling drawn. You're feeling out of place, you're feeling isolated, and you're feeling increasingly lonely right now. That is normal. That is the call. And what the universe is about to do to you is crank up the symptoms so that that is enhanced, so that you feel increasingly lonely. You feel increasingly isolated. And what it is, it's turning up the heat so that you eventually go out and find your vibe tribe. Your higher vibe tribe is out there. And to do that, you need to work on your own energy. And this is where I work with people. This is what this channel is about. It is here as a resource to keep your vibe in a better place. And to accelerate that, then you may want to look into coming to work with me in one of my Jedi training academies. Gratuitous plug, because I know that you need this. I know that you need it. I know that it's hard to do this stuff on your own. That's the reality of it. It's a very lonely and isolating journey for the eagle waking up in the chicken coop, which is why a lot of empaths, a lot of healers, a lot of light workers, a lot of people with high empathy and high sensitivity get caught in traps with low vibe people. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to stop hanging out with them. They might be your friends and family. But the people that really have your back, the people that are worth hanging out with, they will absolutely want you to feel better and they'll want you to be at a higher vibe. And they may even be receptive to their own vibe raising because you raise your vibration. So there's two types of people when you raise your vibration. There's those that will raise their vibe with you and they'll be delighted for you because it makes them feel better to see you in a higher vibrational place. Then there'll be a ton of people that you probably currently call your friends that aren't really your friends. Because when you raise your vibe, they'll want to pull you back down because it will threaten them and they're not ready for change. But this reality, this awakening, is part of the process, my Jedi friend, and it can be painful. And it's a massive realization, especially when you realize you may have spent so much time spending time hanging out with people that never really had your back. That's a tough pill to swallow. And that's part of the raise your vibe to find your tribe, because there's where it's at now. If you want to know who's really got your back and who hasn't, then raise your own vibration and start being open-minded to connect with your vibe tribe, your higher vibe tribe, because they're all out there. If you're watching this video, if you're still watching it now, you know this is true. And here is a calling for you. Here is a message. I'm here with a message to you that there's a higher vibe tribe awaiting for you when you're ready to embrace the isolation and the loneliness that you may feel on this journey and to answer the calling. The quickening, my friend. You don't need to cut anyone's heads off, but the principle's the same. Great energy awaits when you break free from your shackles. When the eagle escapes the chicken coop, then the magic happens, especially with your vibration, your energy, and your life. So there you go, my Jedi friends. Hopefully, this message has found you well. And if you are still watching now and you're not subscribed, then, well, if I need to convince you to subscribe to the channel, then you're probably not ready. So I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to tell you not to subscribe to the channel. Don't subscribe to the channel. If you've any doubt at all that it's time to raise your vibration right now. And if you do want to raise your vibe, then you know what to do, my Jedi friend. You know what to do. But either way, I hope that you reach a vibe where you attract the right tribe.